The first of the application skills is handling requests. This is the ability to manage inmate requests in a fair and effective manner. The benefits of handling requests properly are twofold. First, you're ensuring the inmates get what they deserve by law and policy, and second, you're demonstrating your willingness to cooperate with them. You can then expect that they will cooperate with you when you request something of them. Handling requests involves two steps. First is checking out the inmate and the situation. What you're doing here is seeing if the inmate's request is legitimate. Ask yourself, is this inmate leveling with me? You also need to check out the situation in terms of any regulations or policies that might apply. Use your sizing up skills to tell whether the inmate is being upfront with you, and review the appropriate rules and laws to tell whether an inmate's request is legitimate. The second step in this process is responding to the request. It's very important that you respond to the inmates by giving a reason for your decision. This way, the inmate will understand why you said no, and if it's a legitimate reason, there's no room for argument. Now let's hear from our panel concerning their thoughts about handling requests.
I think a real good shortcut for officers is knowing the rules and regulations when it comes to handling requests. If you know exactly what's required, you know the policy and procedure, you know what the rules are, it is a shortcut to handling requests because you already know a lot of the answers. You don't have to go check that out.
The only shortcuts to handling requests that I am familiar with is knowing your facility's policy and procedure. If you know your facility's policy and procedure, when you get these requests, you can handle them a lot easier as opposed to having to go back and research to find an answer. When an inmate is trying to manipulate you, they usually start off with, "Can you do me a favor?" Or they will approach an inexperienced officer when there is an experienced officer around, when that experienced officer has his back turned, and will ask that inexperienced officer to do something that they know is against the rules.
I think you can definitely tell when an inmate's trying to manipulate you by them getting a little too close to you, maybe calling you by your first name, trying to get a little too friendly with you.
Now let's stop and discuss handling requests with your instructor.